evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's Final Drive Sim Racing broadcast. As you might realise from my voice, I am not Mr. Mike Bullen. Mike Bullen is currently on track as we speak. A bit of a delay tonight. We're just coming to the end of qualifying due to some technical issues. But my name is Rich Arnold. I'm usually a driver, but tonight I am hosting your exhibition race, which is the Comms Team Cup. An exhibition race put together to thank the commentators for their wonderful work in Season 2 and on going into Season 3. For that, we've invited them along to him tonight. Mike, the head commentator, has chosen the Honda, so it's a one-make race. And joining me in the comms box is number 46, the Northamptonshire Ninja, Mr. Dominic Ingle himself. How are you, Dom? Yeah, absolutely. With a few technical issues. It turns out this job isn't as easy as everyone makes out to be. But yeah, we're just coming to the end of qualifying. A bit of a recap, to be fair. So Berkhouse set the early pace from the off, and he's currently sitting in first. Well ahead from the other guys. I think he's a good second ahead of them. Balsillie being the surprise second spot. Came second fairly quickly and kept it from there.
He's
He's
nearly 3 tenths up as well.
He's on his way. He's still going at the last knockings. Here we are with Scott now. Haven't got a map, but it's through the chicane. I believe after that, 2 left-handers. Is that right, Dom?
Yep.
2 tenths up. Still 2 tenths up.
We've got Lloyd in fourth, also a couple of tenths up. Bart in sixth.
Everyone going for it at the last knockings here. Bart's really quick now. He's half a second up on his time. Is Foster going to lose second place? This is going to be close.
Don't think he's going to have enough.
Oh, Balsillie improves, but not quite enough to do that. So this is your final settings for the race itself. Wes with a stonking lap, half a second ahead of Foster.
Here comes Bart just coming over the line.
Is that going to be enough?
Fifth.
He is. Goes fifth. Nice. Well done, Bart. Well done, Bart. So yeah, Wes in first. Foster shares the front row in second place. Scott Balsillie 3. Lloyd Reed in fourth. Bart Tonks fifth. Mike Bullen, the man of the hour, the main star of the show's legendary sixth place. New driver Wout comes in his seventh. Mooney there in eighth. Humphreys Brothers Damo in ninth. Alan Davis, my teammate, in 10th. Dan Stevens 11th. Dave Norman 12th. Aaron Markham, commentator number 2, in 13th. Bren Jones 14th. And Ash Humphreys there in 15th place. So I haven't got much experience round here, Dom. You've probably driven this track a lot more than me, and I'm not sure about your experience in the Honda, but what are these guys going to be up against today?
Quite a challenge. I think the Honda particularly is quite a snappy car, particularly on lift-off oversteer, as the likes of Fotis will attest to, and Mempherson should be, if he was racing today, he'd be... Oh, he is in. Mike's in, isn't he? Yeah. Is he 8th?
So I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so he's obviously been racing in the Honda last season, so hopefully he should be quite strong, but it's quite a snappy car, so I think certainly through Aqua Minerale will be a challenge. Just any of the sudden changes of direction in the Honda can bite when you're least expecting it, so it'd be good to see how people get on. We just about managed to squeeze in and get the custom liveries downloaded in time, which is good.
Good. All looking very nice. Do bear with us. It is our first time giving this commentary lark a go, and all of the cars are the same, which does not help one little bit, so I'll do what I can. This is a fun race. It's by no means part of the main season, so I'm not going to lie to you. I have a beer here with me as well. It is a bit of fun. There will be plenty of jokes flying around, and we're not taking ourselves too seriously tonight. Speaking about people we don't take too seriously, Mr. Mike Bullen has joined us. Hello, sir.
How are you?
Very well. I'm feeling a little bit like the roles have changed here a little bit, my friend. How's the driving going for you?
It goes good. I really enjoyed that session. I'm surprised to be as high as I am, to be quite honest. But yeah, this will be my first, semi-competitive race. As you say, it is a bit of fun, but first one on ACC for probably about 18 months. So I'm just hoping to not hit anyone and have some fun.
Well, look, it is just a bit of fun. Let's not take things too seriously. Rubbing is racing, as they say, and all of that. So feel free. We're expecting a lot from you today. It's not lost on us at all that you are used to doing Mike's track guide, and you often use the Honda in that. And it has been commented before that you're no slouch on those track guides. So we are expecting big things.
Well, do you know what? I'm okay. My biggest struggle has always been consistency. So I expect that to be my biggest problem today is consistency. So we'll see. Only 30 minutes to get round. So
very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. Adam Foster, you're in as well. Pulled it out in place there towards the back end of there. Happy with that?
Yeah, happy with that. Wes was tryharding, so I'd let him have it.
Wes was flying. I mean, he was a second ahead.
Yeah, he's very quick in this car.
I actually thought Scott Balsillie was going to have you for a while then, but you managed to pull it out towards the end.
In the race, I think he might. I'm not confident with consistency on this car. So
excellent. But as I say, I've already advertised it. It is a bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously.
I'm starting from the back on the second one anyway. I'm going to pull off and start from the back on the second race.
Excellent. Sounds good to me. Always nice about a bit exciting. Well, you go and have yourself a good one, and we're going to go and familiarise ourselves.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Good man. Have a good one. So, Dom, I don't know whether you're able to sort of talk us round the track as we're currently following Adam going round I think it's actually they've done a short start.
They've only done a short one. If you can see on the left, there's Mike's and the other guy's conversations on Wesley's Honda on the doors. There we go.
Yes, it's a fantastic. All right, well, we'll talk you through this. Let's get.
We've got a special guest commentator as well.
Who's that?
Murray Walker.
Oh, have you managed to get Murray in? As we saw, they're off. The guys they're racing. Foster going turn one round the outside. Gives Wes plenty of space. I think Wes is well ahead there, and he's just going to make himself off. That's a great view. Who have we got at the back there? Scott here fighting with Lloyd. If we were just to go back one, there we go. 3 into Bress into turn 3. Oh, it's all got a bit tight. There was a bit of contact there as well, I believe. Fantastic racing by all 3. I think everyone's taking the bit of fun rules as they stand, taking it as a bit of fun as they should. Maybe not taking it as easy as they could do, but fantastic racing to begin with. We go back now, coming through the double left-hander. You can see Mefferson there at the back. He's usually racing in the Honda. He knows this car. We expecting better things from him, finding himself back there in second place.
I think it looks like he's lining up a move on Mike if he can. He's already up one position.
I don't know whether there was ever room for a Honda through there. Mike's a bit too clever for that. I've just noticed that Alan Davis is behind. Alan Davis being my teammate, he can do no wrong. He should be the winner of this race.
Replay, Bart manages to get past Scott. Yeah.
I think Scott's ahead, actually, to be fair. I think that might be Lloyd.
Or is it Lloyd? I think Bart and Lloyd jumped Scott, actually, from the looks of it.
Something might have happened to Lloyd there. Obviously, Wes with the fastest lap. He's checking out and going, isn't he? Let's have a look at the gaps there. He's a second ahead already.
Mike.
I think that is Scott and that's Mooney. Mike's just in front of these guys. Mike's having a good. Who's that just gone off? Tonks has lost it. Tonks has just gone straight off the track. There he is, bless him, in the gift litter.
Oh, there you go, through the chicane, as I said. Those sausage belts.
That is Honda all over, I understand.
Right, let's go back to where we've got Mike. We've got a gaggle of cars. A
There's
gaggle of
everything
Hondas.
going on here, queuing up behind there. So we've got Mike Bullen with the cameras on now, Lloyd Reed ahead of him, Scott Balsillie impatient behind with Mefferson, Alfred. We call him Mefferson because that's his name on Discord, but his name's actually Mooney, so we'll try and remember that. I do apologise, I'm having a bit of trouble keeping track of all these cars because they all look the same. And they're all in liveries that I don't recognise, so we'll carry on with it. Currently on board with Mike, chasing down Lloyd Reed.
Have a look behind as well.
There's 9 cars here. I think that's going all the way back to 9th place, this line here, everyone within a second of each other. Some fantastic shots from the cameraman here. Mike managing to pull away from Scott slightly, but also not catching Reed any quicker either. They're settling into a nice bit of pace. This looks like a move. Aaron, being our other commentator who's racing today, wasn't showing great pace in practice. I think Ash is getting a little bit impatient back there. You can see from the slight oversteer coming off the corner there. So warming the tyres, we think. I don't know what the weather's meant to be there today. I believe it's meant to be quite warm, so that surprises me. Or maybe just trying to put him off, we're not sure. Definitely the closest battle going. He might. Are we going to replay that going back? Mike's ahead of Scott there. So this is Mike on camera with Scott chasing him down behind in the HRC Honda. Oh,
Brent Jones. What's happening? Oh, Mike must have gone off track. Oh.
Fortunate Mike was well ahead there. Alan Davis up to 5th now. He certainly took advantage of whatever happened there.
Oh, that was where Mike got a bit wide.
Oh, I think Mike's slowed him down. You don't want to be slowed down there.
Tricky.
I think has he got damage?
He's gone, I don't know, he's gone straight on.
Something's not right with that car. Something not right with that car. So quick rundown. Where's ahead by 3.3 seconds, leading Foster now, which is a massive gap. As we see Mike try to recover. I think he's got some serious damage there. Something's happened. Chased by Lloyd Reed, 5 seconds behind. So the top 3 now are quite separate. Scott, 1.5 behind Lloyd, so catching him slowly. Alan Davis, look at that, 5th place. Fantastic effort by Alan. Keeping it clean and letting everyone else cause mistakes around him, and he's managed to find himself ahead of Damon Humphries and Wout as well. Both started ahead of him. Ash made his way through quite nicely, followed by Aaron and Dave Norman coming through. Dan Stevens. Shame about Mike, and I believe, is that Bart in the pits at the moment?
Yes, I think
Bart's gone in the pits. I think he had quite a smack, didn't he? Mike's now made it back to the pits as well, I believe. Managed, true professional, driving back like he does.
Absolutely.
This is Battle of the New Guys. I can say that was very smooth. Scott Valsilli still sitting 1.2 seconds behind Lloyd. The gap's not getting any bigger, but it's not getting any smaller. That's the battle coming up. Damo's within a second of Alan Davis now as well. Ash has just had a spin.
He's dropped at least 4 places, I think, after this. So it must be going to Aqua Minerale, I think.
Yeah, looks right. We think power on too early, over the curb. Yep, there it goes. Typical Honda. And then you just got to wait, haven't you? That's the problem. Wait for all the other cars to go through. Oh, Adam Foster's taken the lead. What happened there? Wes was 3 seconds ahead of him at one point. Looks like Adam's checked out whatever's happened.
Yeah, we missed that, didn't we?
Wes has had a mistake there. It means Lloyd's right up behind him now within a second. Scott within a second and a half of Lloyd from there. These top 4 are a bit close. I think Adam's got away with that a little bit, although he's gained a second on him already. I think Wes is quick here. He must have just had a moment. Doesn't look to be too much damage sitting on him at the moment. That livery is just fantastic, isn't it? Let's be honest. The creativity that man has got. All 3 commentators' faces pasted all over your doors. What else would you want? in the Commentators' Cup exhibition race. Yeah, he's pulled within a second and a half. He's definitely quicker than Adam. This is going to be some action coming up fairly soon. Just having a quick look down, I believe Damo's getting within half a second of Wout as well. So there's action all up and down the grid. Mooney and Stevens are within a second of each other, and Dave Norman as well. It's all kicking off down the back of the grid. We'll stick with it for the time being. There's 3 here. Oh, that's all very tight. I love that angle from the rear wing. Mooney is also all over the back of Stevens. I'm keeping my eye on the gap for the top 3, so if you want to carry on commentating on this, I'll just let you know if anything changes. He did, and I think Ash is also joining the back of this train as well, so this has now become 4 cars all vying over 9th place. It's rare you'll ever get to see so much coverage on 9th place, but look at this, look, 3 cars all in the back, chasing like a hunting pack. Oh, just pushed it too much. Pushed it too much, the pressure got to him. And now that all shuffles around yet again. Oh, look how tight it is though. Stevens under real pressure here from Mooney. All over the back of him, having to defend. It's allowing Ash to come back as well. All these 3 are going for it. Wes is now within a second of Adam Foster for the lead. But the second is alright at the moment. We'll let that get down to half before we switch from this action.
In terms of best laps, Wes has gone on 43.9. Next best is a 44.2 from Ash, who's now 11th. He's catching Mike Mooney and Dan Stevens. So we're on with Dan Stevens looking back at Mike Mooney and Ash Humphries.
And it won't be too long. I think Mooney's going to make a move here.
I think Mooney's either going to have to make a move or he's going to get passed by Ash.
I mean, it's fantastic defensive driving by Dan Stevens though.
Ash could
Look
benefit
at
here.
that. That's a cut. Ash is going to. Go on, Ash. Takes advantage of the mistake. Oh, there's confidence. Great racing. They're doing it. They're carrying on. He's got the inside line though. Oh, Ash just cut him off. Fantastic move. Wes is now 0.3 from Foster. It's hard to move away from this action, but he looks like he's going to be taken fairly soon.
Yeah. We'll stay with this just up into turn 1, and then I think we'll switch.
I've got to be thinking Mooney's going to be hurting after that, after losing 2. Can he take advantage of this happening? Dan is just defending like his life is depending on it. Driving a car that he's not used to driving. Oh, that's a fantastic slick move there. Ash is gone. Out he goes. What he has to do now is gap that.
Oh, and Mooney's gone in the background.
Oh, Mooney's gone. Mooney's lost it. And that is all she wrote. Ash is gone. Dan Stevens survives, and poor old Ash, not Ash, poor old Mooney is left picking up the pieces.
So we'll go back to Wes, who's very much chasing down Adam.
Now chasing down Foster. You've got to think his time is marked. I believe they're about a second apart on lap times. Wes definitely the faster driver here. I think Adam's just got a bit of a slide on coming out of there as well. Any much slipstreaming to be available here, Dom, do you think, or is it minimal on this track?
A little bit on the main straight, that's probably it. I suppose especially if you've got the same cars then.
Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely saw that out there. Yeah, it's rarely that final drive we sort of ever do things like this where we have sort of same car races. So it's a lot of fun, but it's something the drivers aren't particularly used to. I always say it's when you're being chased, it's sometimes easier to find some extra lap time when you're trying to get away from something. What do we think Wes is going to do? Is he looking at the fun race and therefore maybe get his shoulders a little bit wider than normal, or is he going to be more respectful?
Not sure. Doesn't look like he's got enough control on the braking.
that's one thing that you can always say about Adam. He's so incredibly smooth. Whatever car he's in, whatever track he's on, whatever situation he's in, he drives within an inch of where he needs to. Makes it so hard to race against him. His car positioning is second to none. He's got a run here though.
Wout is also closed up on Alan Davies. He's 3 behind. So he might just jump on and see what's going on.
For it, he's all over it. Alan Davis, obviously my teammate in the league, so therefore he technically should win this anyway. Not that I'm at all biased, as I take another sip of my beer. Better run out of there by Wout. Alan's also, and bias aside, Alan's a very, very good defender. Whenever we race against him, not only is he clean, but he's very, very hard to overtake. He's incredibly good at putting that car exactly where you don't want it. Wes just smashing in a new fastest lap there. It can't be long before he overtakes Adam at this pace.
No. Wout's got a run on Alan here though.
You watch Davis defend this. He should just put the car exactly where Wout doesn't want it to. He's going to make me eat my words now as well, isn't he? No, Wout gets straight through, nice and easy, no defending whatsoever. Well done, Alan. Thank you for making my first time commentating a good one.
Murray had a comment on that one. I'll just let Murray give his view.
Absolutely furious!
Thank you, Murray. Excellent. Back to Wes, who's really on the back of Adam now. Adam's got the same livery as Wout.
And also as Bren Jones. That was I
meant the same one.
Yeah, I don't know whether it also looks like a prepaid or designed livery as well. So they've obviously all got very similar taste. But he's so close now. You've got to think that he's. Oh no, he's just. Oh, well that would have hurt him. Too early on the power. Again, bumped over the curve. It's also allowing the livery to catch up on this. This is slowing them down. You get the feeling. 15 minutes to go. If Wes doesn't make a move at some point soon, he's going to get caught in this rut and not be able to overtake him.
So we look at the last 3 laps for Wes, 43.1, then a 44.5, and then last lap 43.8. So that was the fastest lap of the race in the last one.
Yeah. Good work on that. They are very, very close pace-wise. But, being a sprint race, it's a little bit different to endurance, as you know, Dom. You kind of need to take your moves when you can get them in sprint races, right? Because, it is a case of an absolute foot to the floor to the finish. Completely different mentality to when you're doing endurance racing. Do we think Wes is holding back a bit, or should he really, really go for it now?
I think he should be going for it. We've got Lloyd in third, who's still keeping good pace with me. Then just sort of 4 seconds back with Scott. Then we've got Wout, who's obviously pulled ahead of Alan, but Alan's sticking with him. I mean, he's not pulled away. So it's 56th. Damo Humphreys in 7th, in front of his brother. Ash, who's 8th. The gaps at these points, then back to Aaron in 9th. Dan Stevens in 10th. Sorry, Aaron Markham in 9th, with Dan Stevens in 10th. And Dan's right on Aaron here, actually.
Right, coming up to him, yeah. Nice to see Mike pulling up the rear in 13th, not quitting like the gentleman driver that he is. Obviously he had an off. Shame we couldn't really see what it was, but it certainly looked like there was some big damage calls there by something.
Well, his stop was 42 seconds stationary, so it was quite a long time. But,
It's
fair
like
play
with
to Mike
gearbox,
to
isn't
keep
it?
going.
Looks like Adam's pulled away from Wes a little bit. It's now up to 0.8. I wonder whether, as Wes done his tyres and has almost lost the chance to take that lead now.
That comes back to being a closest battle on track though between the top 2 at the moment.
Absolutely. He looks close. He looks closer than 0.8 per second there, doesn't he? You sit there and think that's really close. You just think all he needs is to get one run on one corner where Adam gets a little bit out of shape. Closes up there. And he's still with him. This is good build up. Just needs to keep it tidy. Not get too overfield. Yeah. Yeah. Which I think it has. This is. Wes just needs to keep his cool. He's obviously quicker than Adam. He's obviously gaining on him slowly, but I think when he gets a bit too close and he has to start thinking about racecraft and where he's going to put the car to make a move is when he loses the concentration and struggles to keep with him. He just needs to keep the pressure on. Keep it going round here. This is close now. He's got to move on. And there was me thinking there wasn't much toe involved on this track, but look at him, look, weaving all over the shop. I mean, I might have come into this, and you as well, Don, was thinking it was a bit of fun, but I tell you what, the racing's been first class. It's no one's taking any liberties here or taking any risks. They're racing as the professionals that they are. Just wish I was the same. As he sips another beer. Oh, he's wide there. He's wide there.
Adam went wide, but he's away much longer into that corner.
Yeah. I think Metheson's just overtaken Mooney. Sorry, Mooney's overtaken Stevens as far as I can tell. We'll stick with this though, because he's very, very close now. I think he's eyeing him up. He's certainly got. I thought he just glitched out then. Suddenly Adam disappeared off the screen. I was like, what's going on? Oh dear. But I mean, you imagine the pressure up against Adam. You look at it in your rearview mirror, and all you've got is the Wes's car on it, as close as this to you for lap upon lap. But it's what these guys do, right? They've raced like this throughout the whole of season 1, throughout the whole of season 2. Don't forget season 1, it was down to the last race against these two racing each other, and I believe again Adam just about came out on top, but these guys spend all of their racing days of FDSR pretty much this close at the head of the pack most of the time. Adam's pulled a bit of a gap now.
Yeah, Wes having struck the exit in the last corner and just been down the line rapidly. Probably about 2 tenths up the straight.
Part of me's just wondering, is Wes just building the pressure, just waiting for it to happen, seeing where Adam's quick, where he isn't, and just saving himself for a last lap super move? You just never quite know with Wes.
3.6 seconds back.
They're holding times. I'm looking at the times. Him and Balsillie in 3rd and 4th. They're holding court here. Doing very, very well, keeping with them.
Well, in terms of best lap times, you've got Adam with a 43.95, Wes with a 43.86, Lloyd with a 44 flat, and Scott with a 43.9. So, top 4 on their fastest laps are very much together.
They are close. I think Aaron's just managed to get past Ash for 8th position. I'm wondering whether Ash has made a mistake there. Way behind. Yeah. Still 0.2. You think, come on, Wes, you've got to be able to do this move at some point. Oh, he's close now. Look at this.
Adam dipped a wheel.
That's the move done, surely. Oh, it looked a lot closer than it actually is.
Did Wes lift off there?
I wonder if there's a setup change, a setup difference here. I wonder if they're running different aero. Which is why you find that Adam is faster in certain sections than Wes. I'm wondering if there's a setup difference. Because it certainly looked like in a straight line there that Adam had the pace on him. It's another three-way battle there, isn't it? Well, you go and follow the other guys, and I'll keep the gap. Last of the late breakers. Wes is within 0.1 now.
He's definitely quicker in the sector 2 in the
Yeah.
twisty stuff in the Aqua Minerale. But once you...
He takes so much curve there as well.
I think he's taking too much there because he's dropped back.
Yeah, I agree. And look, there's Lloyd's coming from behind. You can see him there. He's letting these guys do what they do and just slowly chipping away at that time. Alan Davis now is within 0.2 of Damo. Are we going to see if he's going to go for the switch back?
No.
Just need to be a little bit tidy through there and get the run off, but I think Humphries has managed to keep him at bay. Certainly a tight line through there by Alan Davis.
That's a good exit by Alan.
He's done well. This could be a move. Just need to get that little bit of it, couple of extra tenths. Oh, it's so close. Oh, there's a bit of contact. It's a fun race, gents. It's a fun race. Absolutely fine. No problem at all with that. If anything, that was Damo's fault.
Too wide.
I'm not biased, I promise.
Still going. Still going.
Fantastic racing. Oh, well done, Damo. Well done to keep ahead from there.
Excellent.
This is superb racing. Certainly looks like Alan's a little bit more confident in the direction of the car. He's able to take, get his car closer to the apex and take more curves.
Yes. At this rate, I think he'll be on at you to take the Honda next year.
Without letting go any of our team secrets, that might have already been a conversation. He seems to like the Honda. Everyone else.
Have a look at Ash. This is Ash getting past Aaron. Chicane just gave Ash the run down into the head, didn't it? Yeah.
Good move around the outside.
Yeah,
Wes is still sitting there in second with 4 minutes left to go. You've got to think that's what, 2 laps left?
Yeah, it's close to Humphries.
Alan's dropped back a bit from Humphries now. Sort of more of a second, but this has been some hard racing the whole race.
So Wesley's last few laps, 44.5, 44, pretty much 5 again, and 44.2 versus Adams, 45.0, 44.0, 44.4. So just trading tenths.
And Lloyd is still 3.8 behind these guys. He's not. He's not dropping back, but he's not gaining, is he? They're all just sitting there.
But it would suggest that for the second race, he's found his groove in the car. And the same as Scott.
Yeah.
Scott hasn't really dropped back from Lloyd, so I think the second race could be quite interesting because they're almost matching these guys' pace at the front.
Yeah, and you have a look sort of even back at qualifying. I think the top 7 were all within half a second of each other, and that was only after probably 4 or 5 laps. So now they've all got their eye in and know what to expect. I imagine it's going to be a very, very close run team.
Just a quick run down. We've got Wes, Lloyd in Scott in 4th, Wout in 5th, pretty lonely, 9 seconds away from anybody. Same with Damo, 8 seconds away. But then you've got Alan behind him in 7th.
Feel like Davis has just dropped back a bit from that battle, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. I wonder if Damo is just about broken. And then a big gap back to Humphries, who's at 8th. Pretty much, again, on his own now. He's got 9 seconds behind him to Mike Mooney. Aaron Markham in 10th, closely followed by Dan Stevens. Dan's very close to him. And then we have Bren in 12th, the third of our yellow and black livery cars, and then we have Mike Bullen.
Still going. Fantastic work, Mike. This race is for you, for all of the work you guys put into the commentary. That's the reason we're here. There you are, holding the fort like the champ that you are. Well done.
Back to the lead.
Well done.
This is Wes.
Red one, we are there. It's going to happen. We've got probably 2 laps left.
Yeah, this lap of 1
Alan is also, Davis is also catching up with Humphries, but I think we need to stick with the lead at the moment, although he seems to be pulling away. Got to happen now, Wes. Now or never. It just feels like Adams managed to get into the swing of it, because Wes was easily 3 or 4 seconds ahead. Oh, it's going to be close. Good drive out of there. Come on.
Got him.
Wait, that's it. It's got to happen now.
He's just got to stay on that left-hand side. But Adams come across.
Oh, there's not room there, Mr. Foster. There's not room there.
Can't park there, sir.
Move done. Oh, he's right there.
Aggressive. Aggressive from Wes. He's done it.
That's all he's got to do now is keep it. So he might come back at him here. He's got the toe.
Adams
He's
gonna be running,
got.
left wing.
Well, yeah, he's certainly quick in a straight line.
It's just breezed past him on the straight.
Last lap of the
Another
race.
touch.
Last lap of the race. Adams back through.
Oh, Wes with a slide.
He did.
Lloyd walked over a second on that last lap.
Bet he did. This is. Kind of get the feeling Wes should have made that stick earlier and got ahead. I'd love to have seen what happened, how he managed to lose that 3-second lead he had. But once Adam got that, he's not let that go. And being the last lap now, you think there might be. He's certainly tight through there, isn't he? I think you're right about the aero. Wes seems a lot happier in the twisty bits.
So close going back to the round, which is horrible to follow a car that close.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's got a nice run on in there, a nice drive out. It's going to be so close. This is going down to the wire. Who would have thought? He's just
Huge amount of
back
curve.
corner. Just giving it. He's got him. He's got him. He's got him.
Must do.
Is he going to make it to the line though?
Adam trying to squeeze him.
I mean, there's squeezing and there's squeezing. Look at this, chaps. Look at this.
Late on the brake.
He needs to
He's gonna
brake
get it
late.
stopped.
He needs
He
to
needs
brake
to
late.
get it stopped.
Oh, he's done it again. He's put him
brutal.
out.
That was a bit naughty.
It's a fun race, chaps. Let's be honest. You know.
Let's flip that. Alan Davis. Oh, he was all over the back of Damo. Just got slightly out of shape.
Neither has finished the race.
And I believe Wes has won. There you go, Wes. Last
Well done,
call.
Wes.
Probably slightly questionable, but let's be honest, it's a bit of fun. We don't really care. With a livery like that, you deserve to win, if I'm honest.
Strong
We're here
curve
for the
from
commentators.
Lloyd.
You've got them on your car.
Scott in fourth. Wout coming over in fifth. Damo's just going to pip Alan.
Go on, Alan. Keep going. I think he deserves another lap, just to try and get him.
Good race between those two. Excellent racing. And then you'll have Ash coming up in eighth. Mike Mooney in ninth. Dan Stevens 10th. Aaron Larkin in 11th. Brent Jones has just gone to Acton Raleigh, and then we've got Mike, so it's right on with Mike showing for his main
It would only be right, wouldn't it? Obviously had some quite major damage at one point and limped it back to the pits, didn't escape back, drove it back, got himself repaired and carried on. He's always very, very humble when people do such a thing and carry on and keep themselves in the race, and he's just gone and preached what he sowed. So fantastic, Mike, well done.
Excellent. Murray, what did you think of that one?
Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant!
Couldn't agree more.
Oh, dearie me. Who let these two amateurs on the stream? Honestly, it was a shocking idea. Shocking idea. Mike, you've joined us. Well done, my friend. What happened?
So I decided to check my mirrors for the splittest of split seconds, and I clipped the outside curb at the top of the hill, and the rear end just went. And I'm frustrated because that was the only mistake I made the entire race. And after I came back out of the pits because I'd lost a wheel, I had no choice but to pit, or it felt like I'd lost a wheel anyway. I was doing, mid 44s pretty much for the entire race, with the odd scrappy lap, which was a bit higher. But yeah, frustrating, but it was good fun nonetheless. And I was just trying to catch up and unlap myself from one or two cars, but didn't quite make it, unfortunately. Not quite long enough.
No, fair enough. I mean, we were watching you for a fair bit, and funny enough, as I'm sure you understand, as a commentator who tries to run the stream at the same time, we missed your accident. The first thing we saw of it was you crabbing across the grass. Bits were hanging off your car. We figured something had happened, but couldn't find the replay quick enough to see it. But a 40-second odd pit stop was pretty obvious to us. You'd had some pretty major damage, but no, as you always say, mate, well done for keeping in it, well done for driving back to the pits and getting back, and staying with it and bringing it in home. Hopefully race 2. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I just used that as a bit of a, let's get into the groove. As I said, I literally haven't raced. I mean, I've done laps, as you've seen on ACC, for lap guides and stuff, but I haven't done a race in probably 18 months, as I said. So that was just nice to shake rust off. I had the track to myself then, get into a bit of a groove. Hopefully, race 2 now, I can just keep that up. And if I finish top 8 and I'm competing with those guys who are obviously much more seasoned than myself, I'll be very, very happy.
Well, between me and you, Mike, because it is your race, and where me and Dom are in control, which is a stupid idea, but we are nonetheless. That's just going to be a practice, that run. Next race is the one that counts. So, we're rooting for you, mate, and we want you to be top 3. So get on with it.
I'll try. I'll certainly try my best. Good man.
So, what do you think about that, Dom? How do we see it? That Honda does seem a little bit of a handful.
Yeah, I think we saw a few instances, didn't we, where people having the back end step out a little bit, which isn't surprising. It doesn't like big curves, as Bottas will attest to when driving through Eau Rouge at Spa, which causes an issue. Are we going straight into a race? We haven't got another quali session, no?
No, we haven't got another quali. It's because we went from endurance to 2 sprints at the last minute, so we didn't set up another quali. So I believe it is quali results from quali 1 goes again. So it's an exact carbon copy. But it allows, I believe Foster did mention to me, Adam said to me at the start of the stream, that he might look at dropping to the back and having a race. However, I think after that first race, he might well want to keep up there with Wes and sort out their unfinished business.
Yeah, he may well do, maybe. So we've got Wes on pole, Adam 2nd, Scott 3rd, Lloyd 4th, Bart 5th, Mike starting in 6th. So we're using the same quali as from earlier, from the looks of it.
At least I think the way that the game sets it up is that because we just split the things, it'll be the same qualifying results as race 1.
Vout in 6th, Mike Mooney 7th, Mike Mooney in 8th, Damo in 9th, Alan in 10th, Dan Stevens in 11th, Dave Norman 12th, Aaron Markham 13th, Brennan 14th, and Ash in the all black.
Otherwise known as the Batmobile. I think he's probably designed some cracking livery for that, like his golf livery on his McLaren, and forgotten to upload it, so we can't see it.
So I'd imagine we've probably got just a little bit of time before it starts.
Yeah, I must admit I haven't got a timer up, so I can't see exactly when this is all going to kick off. But you have to remind me, it is a short formation lap, so they're going to be pretty much in the last 2 corners here.
Yeah, I think we'll probably start from Helican straight away on this one. Probably pick up someone like Lloyd in 4th, because we'll still get to see the first few cars in front and the first few cars behind, hopefully. So
Lloyd impressed me in that race 1. I think his pace is definitely there. He certainly seems to settle in quite late on. So I'm hoping now that they've all had a good run round and a bit of practice. I think this could be a Could be a bit closer. Really would like Mike to be up there. I think he's quick in this car, and I think he knows the track pretty well. He's certainly no rookie at sim racing, so it'd be nice to really see his colours and see how he can get on.
30 seconds, I just heard.
20 seconds.
20, so nearly time to go.
Ten seconds.
Interesting what we were seeing about Wes's and Adam's setup being.
Lloyd's just jumped back to the pits.
Lloyd's gone to the pits. They've put the wrong tyres on. He's on wets.
That's interesting.
Need to get that one changed.
So
What's he done?
Maybe he didn't hit drive in time.
Oh, that's a possibility. And what would the cause of? What would that mean? Can he start from the pits now? Or would that be his race up?
No, he'll
He
start
can
from
start
the
from
pits.
the pits.
Everybody will have to go through, and then there'll be I think it's a 20-second wait before you're allowed to
Okay.
start. So he will be at the back, a bit off the others, which we'll see how it goes. Start to come around.
Now left a big old gap there. Oh, what's going on here?
Doesn't look like Adam's going to drop to the back.
No, I think Adam's deciding to
Wes
give
and-
Wes both
Wes-
barrels. I
Yeah.
think.
Wes and Adam are almost a bit of after you.
Yeah. Now that has left, with Lloyd going back there, it's left a big gap there in fourth place. One which I think is given Mike the chance to head straight up into fourth. I think he's on the right side of the track. Coming up to the line now.
Green light, show them where you go.
Oh no, Adam is dropping back. Adam's dropping. Scott's gone. Where's his drop back as well? What is going on? It's call the stewards. This is amazing. Adam, sorry, not Adam. Look at Alan. Alan Davis all over the back of Mooney. Scott's checked out. Scott's gone. Bart has gone
Everybody
with
through
it.
safely though, which is good.
Mike in third place, pulling away. Scott's
Scott first,
definitely
Bart
checked out
second,
there.
Mike third, followed by Mike Mooney, then Wout. Alan.
Davis has made up 4 places. He's sitting there in 6th place. To be fair, obviously 2 guys dropped back, didn't they? So it's only 2 places. Wes again all over the back of Adam, back in 12th and 13th. But I think we should stick with this for now, seeing as these guys are.
Look at those for some starters and people. Mike Mooney up 4, Alan Davis up 4, Aaron up 4, Brent up 4, and Ash up 4. We know
You've got to
the
take
guys
2
got
off
back,
them,
but even
yeah,
so,
and Lloyd. So you've got to take 3 off of those.
that's true. Don't steal their.
Sorry, I
Load in the sun.
do apologise. It's a fun race, Richard. It's a fun race.
There goes Matheson.
Jefferson, he does like doing that. I think he should be more in the drifting championship than maybe in the GT3s. Mike sitting in third, fantastic start by Mike. We won't talk about the 2 guys that dropped out. Davis all over the back, followed by Humphries. This is a fantastic 3-way going on here.
A bit early for that, isn't it?
I have had a beer or 2. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Scott with the fastest lap. He's checked out. He is now. I think my timing screen's gone a little bit haywire. Don't quite know what's gone on there. I'm struggling with the timing screens. Why is
It's all 3 seconds back, I think.
Mike's now in second? What happened there? Who did we lose? Tonks. Tonks has gone. Tonks is down in 13th. Tonks was sitting in 3rd place. Didn't even see that happen. I was too busy looking at my timing screen. It's completely unprofessional. Mike now in 2nd place. Fantastic for the commentary cup.
Yeah, there is
Wow.
running a good second. Wout in third, under a lot of pressure.
Not a pressure by Davis. I feel like Davis has really got the bit between his teeth now. It always takes him a little bit of time to warm up to a track, but certainly he does like this Honda. He's said it to me personally. He gets on with this car.
He looks like he's got really good turning on the apex.
He has. He's hitting his marks very, very well, although the drive off of there wasn't quite as good, and Wout's managed to pull on him. He's now in danger with Damo behind him. but he's also very good on the brakes with it. He can slow down, like he's clumped that curve there. It's commentators' curves. It is a real thing. It's a real thing. I thought it was a myth.
Back on the replay here. It's Ash.
Foster's already
Jumped up
ahead.
in front of Dan Stevens over the curve. Nice.
Getting it down Stevens, but he's drifting over the curves as he's done there. That's also left Dan Stevens vulnerable to Wes Bakehouse.
And Wes has pulled up on the inside.
Oh, he's gone white there though. No, he's managed it. Well done. Good move. Foster's seems to have got a bit ahead of Wes from this one.
Bart just made this move, so let's capture this.
Bart recovering, for he was in second place, so something again has gone wrong for Bart. Chasing down Bren Jones. Just faster through the corners, isn't he? You can see he's just got the apex speed is that much more better run out of the corner, and probably sets himself up for a nice move coming through here. No, I thought we would have had it done with that.
Around the outside.
Does he cut round? No, round.
Got a good exit.
Oh yeah, and Brent's just run a little bit wide there. Just gives him space. Yeah. Davis and Humphries have had a little bit of contact, I think.
Let's have a look.
Humphries on Davis. Racing again. These guys were racing for a long time in race one. Just a little touch. Just a little touch. Has he managed to keep it?
Oh, no, very sportsmanship. No, Damo waits for him to come back on.
Yeah, fair play by Damo there, and also leaves him vulnerable to Aaron, our second commentator. They are very close.
Closest battle, we've got the Mike. Mooney. Behind Brent Jones.
Wout certainly making moves. That's the fastest lap by Wout, and he's in third place chasing down Mike Bullen.
Now with Adam on the fastest lap, 144.
And Wes 143.8. They are quick, those boys. They are very quick.
Mike going to make a move down to turn one. Mike Mooney? No.
Does seem to be a fair bit of towing. Oh, he's got that out of shape. Nicely done.
Just slightly wide. Compromised his exit.
Well done, Mooney. Bren's one of our new drivers, and he admits to himself that he's not the quickest. He's still quite an amateur, but he's certainly putting in a good show. Back end of season 2, he was consistent. You know, not the quickest, but consistent, and that's what we need. And he's a safe driver, looking out for faster cars around him. And again, he's putting in a good show here. Yes, sometimes he gets overtaken by the quicker guys, but his racecraft is very good. I'm quite impressed with him.
So we've got Scott sitting out in front, just about sitting in the background, Mike, and we've got Clouds coming behind Mike.
Damo back on Alan Davis in 4th and 5th.
These two have just been
Nose to tail, all way,
for the last
yeah.
2 races. Magnets.
Though it does look like there's a bit of a train catching up behind them. Of course, the two of the guys behind them are Foster and Bakehouse, so they are going to be coming through. That's going to make this a really racy battle. Right.
Bakehouse behind Ash Humphries at the moment
Yeah.
as well. Right
Ash racing Adam and Wes. This 5-car train here is going to be a tasty battle.
in the background. Dan Stevens, Bart.
Yeah.
Dan Stevens.
No
I think they'll
back
make
here.
a run.
There's things going on everywhere. It's meant to be a bit of fun. I feel like I'm
Here he goes.
fighting the work going on here.
Surely he's got this done.
Oh,
Tiny bit later on the brakes and that's done. He's got it.
quite a bit later on the brakes. I mean,
By Bart.
Bart can sometimes overdo it. I wonder if that's. No, it was nicely done. It was nicely done.
Where's pressure?
And then Foster's also right on the back of Aaron and Damo now. Damo again.
Let's run on without it. Let's just see the car
Is
forming
defending
behind.
from Damo, defending from Aaron. You've got Adam coming up behind him as well.
Heli
You can't help it. I mean, this camera angle makes it look like Alan is the cork in this bottle, but it's certainly not the case. These guys. Oh, Aaron's gone.
Hold it, hold it.
Oh, he's taken out Foster as well. That was just merely unlucky. He didn't look like it was much more than the passenger there. Unlucky for Adam. Just managed to clip his back end, but these guys got away with it. You've got to say Markham came over that grass verge like a torpedo. You didn't know where he was going to end up. Wow is now within 0.3 of Mike in second place. And to be fair to Mike, he's within 2 seconds of Scott. Now Scott really did check out early on.
Did 46.5.
That's dropped back. I do believe if Wes has got clear space and he's got no one else around him, he's probably the quickest around here. I think his times have been consistently quicker than other people. It's just when he's racing. You know, he just struggles to make. Maybe it's the car. Maybe he struggles in the Honda just to get it positioned where he needs to. But I think in a flat shootout, as you saw from qualifying, he was a second ahead of everyone else. I think if he's on his own, Wes can fly around here in this car. He just needs to get his head down and get up with it. Damo now very close to Alan yet again, within 0.4 of a second. Oh, look at this!
And Ash not far behind as well.
Now that Ash has lost the attention of Adam after his collision with Markham, it's off to Alan Davis, keeping this pressure the whole way round. Again, inch perfect with his lines, putting the car where it needs to be. All he's thinking now is if I can back up Humphreys back into Wes. Problem is with him doing that. Yeah, problem is with that is Wes is lightning quick. If he does that and Wes overtakes him, it won't be long before Wes is on his back as well. Fantastic view. Really gets us. Oh, that was close. But he has compromised himself with Wes there. Wes now on the outside, makes it to the inside. Oh, someone's off. Wout's gone off. Wout was just off in the grass there and he's managed to spin it. Lost himself third place. Alan Davis up to third place. Quick, give him the win now. Yeah, Wout certainly struggled there. From third place. Yeah, he's certainly gone now. Alan's still soaking this pressure up, but now sitting on the podium. But Wes is all over him like a bee on a flower. Look at him, look.
Good defending though, Alan. Can't pass him to there.
Very good defender, Alan. All joking aside, and as biased as I am, his defending is second to none. He can really put that car where he wants to make life difficult for you if you're trying to overtaking. He's
concentrate on the exit here, and it'll be fine. Way down for last one out.
Be interesting what setup changes it, because we noticed that Wes was a bit slow in the first race going down the straight, and again he doesn't look like he's gaining a lot, also meaning these guys behind have been able to bring brought into play. If he can just keep his cool, some fantastic racing going on. They're all there in a line, and there's a bit of a tow coming on here. What can you do, Alan? What can you do? Brake late. No, let him go. He's overdone it. He's overdone it. Oh, where's what you're going to do? You've got to let that go. There he goes. Very, very sportsmanlike. And Alan stays on. Oh, fantastic camera work.
Oh. Definite slide. wide there from Damo. Damo's gone.
Damo, he's managed to keep out of the wall. Good driving, but that's certainly
I wonder if he
straight.
was tapped by his brother because his brother backed off.
Brother's gone down. The Thompson's now been bought.
Let's have a quick watch, shall we?
Where's it just
Let's see what happens. This is where Damo ran wide.
wide?
Coming into the second part of this chicane. I think there might be a tap here from Ash. There you go.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, good spot. Very good spot. And he's let his brother go forward, which is always nice to see. After all this action, I'm feeling a little bit tired, and not only that, we haven't even mentioned Mr. Scott Balsillie. He's been sitting there in first place for the whole race, on his own, driving an absolute stormer. Mike's not been able to get close within 3 seconds, managing the race. Very smooth, very consistent.
There's Mr. Bullen, his lovely
It's off to that.
TCSRL livery.
Great to see the commentators racing with us today. It was a fantastic idea by the admin team. Just to, hats off to the commentators for all the hard work they do. They do it in their spare time. They do it for love. All they get is some appreciation, but they've really made it their own. The stream, the production, and we're trying our best today. It's certainly not an easy job to do. So the least we could do as drivers was to give them a night off and let them come race with us. And I think it's been a really good idea. Again, thank you, commentators, for all you do. You would not make FDSR what it is without you guys. So thank you again.
And that's Ash putting the move on Damo down into turn one. Oh, but as we flip back from the replay, there's been contact.
Well, there you go. What do you even say about that? We couldn't see the replay because we were watching the replay.
Should be able to.
So Berghaus has found himself up into third place.
Oh,
You saw
he
it. Lost it again. He did.
Dropped
Took
it.
it.
Oh, and then Bart collected it.
No. That's a mess. Foster just managing to avoid.
Oh, it was unlucky
His
for Ash.
brother-
He just
said,
caught
"You know
too
what? No,
much of that sausage curve, Ash, and then that was it. And Damo had nowhere to go.
Wes sitting in third place now with the fastest lap. Very, yeah, he is. I think he's just following in his race. He's done very well, Alan. He's kept it clean. He's held off a lot of pressure. Hasn't fought too hard, and it just comes to prove, keeping a cool head in this game is worth its weight in gold when it comes to the final few minutes. Halfway through the race, Scott Balsillie has pretty much led from the front. He's out and gone, 3 seconds ahead of Mike Bullen. Mike, one of the commentators, is sitting there in a fantastic second place after having a bit of a mare in race 1. Wes dropped back to the very back of the grid to give us a bit of entertainment, and he's managed to find himself up to third place. Alan Davis, as we mentioned, sitting there in fourth, started 10th. Fantastic ride from him. Just soaked up a bit of pressure, let others make some mistakes around him, and got through. Damo Humphries, he's had a bit of a tough one. He's been in a few contacts, mainly with his brother. I mean, it might have been for entertainment purposes, but he's certainly struggled with a few offs, a few collisions, unfortunately. Bren Jones has pulled himself back up into 7th place, which is fantastic from him. Haven't seen a lot from Dan, who we're on board with at the moment, in 8th place. He's currently being chased down by Mooney, who is catching him slowly but surely. Closely followed by Lloyd Reed, who I believe had to start from the pits. I think there was probably some kind of timing issue. But Lloyd Reed now, look at him, making a
They've caught Bren.
And Bren is also a rookie driver, so you've got to think that these 3 guys behind might be able to get past him. But all the time he's there, he's backing up that pack. It's just so close, isn't it? It's a fantastic view from the rear spoiler of this. Oh, he's outbroken. Oh! You've got to think that Mooney just outbroke himself there. I don't know whether he expected Bren to slow down. I think Bren probably slowed down a bit quicker than they thought he was going to be honest. But great avoiding action by everybody. I don't think anyone actually made a significant contact. I think the stream's saying that Dan and Bren did, but it's certainly not anything heavy.
Dan's now got ahead, but now
Lloyd is now making a move on the ground. Lloyd's got the bit between his teeth now. I was going to say starting from the pit lane, but he's making his way. Foster is now up to 5th, but he's showing as a yellow, so I don't know something's just happened to Foster. Damo's just overtaken him. I think Foster's had a problem.
Oh, he just ran wide on exit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's enough.
Takes, as I say, you need a drive out of that corner to get yourself up to the next part of the track and having a...
Scott's had a little off because he's 3 seconds down on his best lap time, and there is Mike
hunting him down.
behind. So suddenly
We've got a race in hands.
he's got a shout. Let's go back to Brett. Behind.
Dan's using this opportunity to Dan Stevens in 7th just to gap these guys a little bit, just all the time that they're being held up slightly. Just getting his head down, keeping his race clean, hitting his markers. Just Lloyd's getting more and more frustrated. You can see from the lines he's taking. He's
I've got
another vote, yep. And Mooney hoping to capitalise on that as well.
I think Brent moved off there.
We'll have the... Oh! That's not nice to see. I'm not quite sure what happened. Bren's... Was that a really... I mean, Bren went through on Lloyd then. He caught him there, but then the move on Lloyd was... seemed to be pretty good. I'm confused.
Tough one to see.
It was a dodgy camera angle, that one, but I think... yeah, to be honest, I can't quite be honest to call it. I couldn't see what direction people were going in. But Lloyd's now going to make it up on Bren. You've got to think if that was quite clout, there might have been some damage involved there. All the time done this, Dan's pulled out an 8-second gap on these guys. Balsillie has got his head down again and pulled away from Mike once more. This is definitely the closest race going on.
Lloyd. Nicely done on the inside. That should be done. We'll get a better exit from there.
It's well done. Now it's down to him. You've got to hunt down Dan Stevens, and you've got to sit there and think how quickly he can do that. What have we got? 10 minutes left. Quite a bit of time. I think he'll be able to catch, at least reduce that gap to Dan Stevens.
Adam has caught up Damo fairly quickly after that little error he made.
Yeah. Looking very nimble in that Honda, I must say. Again, inch perfect with the lines that he's doing. Been trying a bit too hard earlier when he ended up putting the wheel wide and losing drive, but all is here. And if the setup's the same as it was from before, I mean, he's running a very slippery aero setup there, isn't he? Got the toe, pulls out to the left. Was there a bit of touch there? Brake plate. Oh, I'll tell you what, Damo's great defending there. But he's lost it. He's just run it over the curb again.
That's exactly where Rash did it.
That curb is horrible for this car.
That's a bit of field spread now.
I think Adam's actually catching up with Ash there, isn't he? Is he going up for a lapping, I believe? Lloyd's now getting on the back of Damo. Stevens is keeping a good gap. Fair play to Dan. He's keeping these guys behind him. Thought they might be a bit quick to catch up with him, but I was mistaken there. Dan's really, and currently Dan Stevens is half a second up on his quickest time, so he's certainly found his rhythm in that car. He's a second up on his highest time. Dan Stevens now with absolute fly, chasing after Adam for all he's worth. Whether he's going to get there or not, I don't know. as you say, Dom, the grid's a little bit spread out now. There's not much going on. Like you say, I think this Reed-Humphries battle is about as close as it's get. Jones is coming up behind him again.
I think Bart's just made a move.
Bart's just overtaken Mooney. Mooney's got in the pits. That's why I think.
That's why. No wonder I couldn't see it on the screen.
I think Mooney had a bit of a clout early, didn't he? And I'm wondering whether he's got some damage that needs taken care of.
So this is going to get interesting to see. Wes has pulled back a gap between about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So Wes is lapping over a second a lap quicker than the top two.
Looking at the times at the moment, like last laps, Scott and Mike were both in the 44.9s. Wes lapping at 43.6. He's flying.
With the fast lap of the race, he holds at 43.1.
Damo's gone off track and he's just dropped 2 places. I think he's had another incident. A lot of dust going on.
Yeah, same corner. Exit of turn 1 and 2 again. Yeah.
There, all the dust being kicked up. Wes now within 2 seconds. This is going to happen. Wes is there. You can see him in that view there. Wes is close. Bren is 2 seconds behind Reed now, but I think Wes is the man moving forward. This is going to happen in the next lap or 2.
It's going to be quite tight. 5 minutes left. If he wants,
Yeah, I think he's probably letting these guys through more than anything else. I think at the moment, it's got to be said, Alan Davis has picked up 6 spots. Starts in 10th, is now in 4th. Bearing in mind, one of those guys who dropped to the back has got ahead of him, so you know that's a solid 4 places he's gained. Again, testament to the fact just keeping it clean, keeping out trouble. So round this corner, that you visibly closer now. Mike's going to be seeing him in his rearview mirror. He's going to know that Wes is there. He can't seem to gain on Scott at all. They kind of feel in a bit of a stalemate at the moment. Wes just coming flying up. You've got to think this is going to happen. Oh, was that a little bit out of shape, or was that my eyes deceiving me?
I think a slight little drift.
Yeah. Within a second now, this is... Wes is it? Full attack.
Mike's front splitter. Let's go for the chicane.
Looks a lot more pristine than is the one in the last race, because it hasn't hit a wall. Damo's just overtaken Brent. I think Brent's had an off. He's dropping down.
Stay with this one.
Brent's not absolutely. Yeah.
That's a good exit from Wes.
He is gaining. You can see the paces there. Going to cut left. Again, it's all about the braking. They're going to be neck and neck by the time they get to the end of this. Who can brake latest?
I think Wes has got this one done.
Oh. Mike's a touring car driver. He likes to race close. That was a very, very professional move. Nicely done. All he's got to do is stick to the back of him. Stick to the back of Wes and follow him through.
Yeah, if Mike's sensible, that's what we've got to do. Try and stay as close to Wes as he can. If Wes can get on the back of Scott and they fight for even 3 or 4 corners, that will be enough to bring Mike right on Scott.
Absolutely. And what we've got, I think, 2 laps left?
Yeah, I think it's going to be this one and one more. We might get one more after that. 2 minutes 50 left on the clock.
Time to look back. Everyone's a little bit spread out. This is definitely the battle going on at the moment. But Wes is lapping a second and a half quicker than Scott right now. That 2 seconds is going to disappear within a lap.
Well, when he passed Mike, it was 2.8 to Scott.
Yeah.
So he's already pulled in a good 8/10 in about half a lap.
I think Foster and Davis are really going to come together, which I don't think anyone's really, unless there's any mistakes made. Foster's just had a slight off. But this is definitely the run to the line now between these guys. Scott's got to keep it clean. Can he hold on for a lap? It's down to a second.
I think it's going to be 2 laps. Because they're going to cross the line
Right,
next time.
it
with,
is.
You know, an another 10 seconds left.
Seconds left. No, you've got to thinking about Wes, he struggled to overtake Adam, was behind Adam for what, a good 6-7 laps in the last race? You've got to think he's very, very good at overtaking the slower guys. I would put Scott up there. Maybe not the same pace as Adam, but he's certainly in the top group of drivers in this league. Do you think Wes is going to give him as much space as he did Adam, or do you think he's just going to go for it? He hasn't got time to size him up, has he? He's got to do it now.
He's got it. The first time he gets it, he's got to run. I think the snap.
Classic commentary. It's gaining on him. Every corner you can see it. Scott's going to be looking in his rearview mirror like a scared rabbit at the moment.
I wonder how Mike felt when he saw his own face.
Yeah. You look left and your own face is going faster than you are. Yeah, that would be. I'll have to ask him that if he comes and joins us. That'd be brilliant. 0.7 now. They're going to go over the line with about 10 seconds left. What can Scott do? We certainly know that Wes isn't afraid to have a little bit of rubbing.
Wes is definitely getting a better exit there.
Yeah.
So I think.
Although we do know he's got a lot of aero on it, although he's going to sleep. The joy of this view is you've got a line there that is solid and consistent, and you can see how much someone's gaining with that rear spoiler. Great defending by Scott.
Yeah, placed in the middle of the road.
That's it.
He's got about 3 apexes. He's got a nail and part now.
Oh no, he's got a run on him there.
It's okay, you can't pass into this corner. It's fine.
Scott's defending for his life, and he's doing
Defending the hairpin. Now he's got the fence down the inside.
Shoulders back, Scott.
Nicely done. Stay on the inside, park it. Oh, he's drifting wide.
He's space there, but push him out. He's going to push him. He now knows he's got his. Oh, has he got space there? I mean, you could. Great
run. Well done.
Oh, that's wide though. That's one.
That's why he went so deep.
It's got to him.
Oh,
it's so unlucky. On the last lap, where's Bakehouse? You've got to hand it to him.
good comeback from Wes in this race. Really good drive.
Fantastic.
And I love the irony that it says he hasn't gained a position.
Yeah, because he started in pole.
He technically started on pole, but he dropped all the way to the back. But biggest winner, Alan Davis, up 6 places.
Fantastic drive from Alan. Again, keeping it clean, keeping it tidy, holding off the Humphrey brother in Damien. It's he's had a really good race with him tonight in both races, but he's managed to come on top. But Wes, fantastic race in both races. Comes the winner. First race, questionable move, but we're fun racing. It's all good. But no one can take away the skill and the drive he's had there. Fantastic work, Scott. Brilliant to keep himself ahead from the start. Unlucky that he gave it up in the last corner, but that is one of those. Nice bit of driving, Scott. Fantastic, Mike. Nicely done, my friend. That's what we like to see. Podium, 3rd place. Brilliant work. Alan Davis comes in 4th.
Really
solid.
Really solid.
Really tidy, solid driving. Great defending when it needs to, and taking his chances when he could. Adam possibly didn't get up quite as far as he thought, but we did have a couple of incidents, especially.
Love it. Pull the handbrake.
Nicely done. And then following off the rest, Dan Stevens again managed to hold off the likes of Lloyd Reid. I thought he was going to get caught, and he didn't. So fantastic for Dan coming in 6th. Lloyd Reid 7th. Humphreys in 8th. Bren Jones again, another solid drive in 9th. Bart Tonks 10th. Michael Mooney in 11th. Aaron Markham, our second commentator of the evening, in 12th. And then Ash Humphreys in 13th. I think after a few comings together, mainly with his brother. So essentially we'll let those guys sort it out later. It's nothing to do with us. But that is your final placings. And great race 2. Mike, you are back. How did you find that one, my friend?
Hi. Yeah, amazing. Great race. Really enjoyed it. Had decent pace. I could keep up with Scott, but I just didn't have enough to catch him. I think I had the odd lap that was quicker than him, but I really struggled to be consistent. I mean, in honesty, having been on holidays, I've had absolutely no seat time at all. I got 45 minutes on Tuesday. I planned on spending 2 hours yesterday, but ended up out for the night, so that didn't happen. So yeah, basically, I'm absolutely over the moon.
You've done really well. It was, the fact that Adam and Wes both sort of dropped back to the back of the pack at the start sort of helped. But Scott Balsillie just left like a stabbed rat and was leading from the start. But like you say, you kept within 2.5 seconds of him pretty much the whole way around. We've got the timings up here, and sometimes you were quicker, sometimes he was quicker. It was sort of, you just couldn't bridge that gap to him. And then Wes came up like a torpedo from behind.
Yeah, I mean, he was never out of sight, which was great. And I got a lot of respect for Scott, as you know from my commentary. He's a great racer. So, like I say, just being able to keep with him, I was happy. I had a great big smile on my face. And to be honest, when Wes came up, I passed the car coming out of the pits. So I thought it was a lapped car. So I was like, oh, why is this guy trying to unlap himself? And then it turns out it wasn't a guy trying to unlap himself. It was the very quick Wes.
It was mentioned in commentary. How did you find? Did you manage to look out of your window as he overtook you, and you see a big print of your face on the side of the car going past?
It was an intriguing seeing my own face on the side of someone else's car. But luckily, he overtook on the side of my triple screens where I could actually see him coming out the other side. But it was honestly just a couple of things quickly. Thank you for everybody for taking part. That was really good fun. I know the Honda isn't everybody's favourite car, and cheers to yourself and Dom for putting on the comms as well. And I know it's just a bit of fun, but appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, seriously, mate. It's got to be said. Where this race is for you guys, for the hard work you put in. We know you do it for love. You take your time out. You don't get paid for it. It is a labour of love for you, and there's no better way for us to show our appreciation and to put this on. And as a bit of a thank you to you guys, so no, you are more than welcome, my friend. More than welcome.
Yeah, if I keep up at that pace, you'll be doing it full time, and I'll be getting back on the grid.
I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah, you were quite fast, Mike.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Could have been a lot worse, that's for sure. But that was very enjoyable. Like I said, I've had no practice time. 45 minutes is all I've had. So to basically only make one mistake at the start of the first race, I was very, very pleased with that.
Good man. Adam, how did you find
that? First race was awesome. Wes was kind of disappearing, so I said, if you get 5 seconds in front, do a little donut, do a 360. And so I slammed on the brakes and he got 5 seconds in front. So he tried doing a 360 and then I ended up passing him. And he couldn't get back past.
What happened because we missed it. We were following because it was so close, race one. There was probably 4 or 5 battles going on at once. So we were flitting around all over the place. And I looked up at the timing screens and suddenly you'd swap positions. And we couldn't work out how it happened. We assumed Wes has it somewhere.
Yeah, he was disappearing too quick. So I thought, let's make a little fun out of it and try and get him to do a 360. Either way, he was either going to destroy his tyres or I was going to overtake, and it looked like he'd done both because I stayed in front until the last couple of corners.
Race one was brilliant. I mean, we were watching that for most of it because it was so close, and Wes was so close behind you, but just couldn't seem to get a move done. And when the move did come, it's a fun race, right? What are we going to say? It might have been a little bit strong, but we'll take it. It was great.
He oversteered into me. That's what it was. Twice in 2 laps.
Yeah, twice.
Well, you made up for race two. Race two, Wes was the true professional coming straight through. And anyways, Aaron, how did you find it, mate?
I enjoyed that. I loved it, but I'm not exactly great. I had pace for I was on Damo's pace for the back end of, for most of race one, 60% of race one, after the start and just before the last few minutes, I was on Damo's pace, and then same again in race 2, and then it just all sort of went Pete on really. I just
Tell him why, Aaron. Tell him why. You killed me.
So basically, right, what happened was I just saw Adam entered the chat in my rear view mirror, and I just thought, well, he's coming through the pack. I've got to wipe him out.
Funny enough, I mean, we were watching that four-way race at the time, and we caught it perfectly. We saw every second of that, and it was to be fair. My first initial thought was, is you've come over the grass, and you can see you've lost control of it. You were merely a passenger, and you must have clipped Adam by about an inch and a half. I mean, it was so.
Yeah.
Bad.
I tried to floor it as soon as I was on the tarmac, steering left, hoping that the car would bite back round and miss him, and it didn't. It just put me more into it.
Because I think Damo and Alan were ahead of you guys at the time, and they managed to miss this, this chaos that was happening behind. But that was a fantastic bit of entertainment. That was really good. So that explains that one. Then, well done, Alan. How did you find it? You got some credits for race 2. You 10th to 4th. You were running it in 3rd for a bit, I think. It seemed to go really well for you.
Yeah, both races great fun, both good starts. Race 1, I forgot what happened. It feels like a long time ago now. I made a mistake. I had a really good battle with Damo, absolutely brilliant battle at the end. I hit a sausage curb on the way up chicane, which let him by, and then I just couldn't quite find that bit of pace to go by. Race 2, similar. I gained a couple of places on the start. Made a few positions when a couple of people span, and like you said, I found myself in 3rd place for all of about a quarter of a lap with a bit of a nosebleed, racing people that I'm normally used to seeing behind me with a blue flag flashing on my screen. So that was a lot of fun and good to battle with people like Wes, even if it was just for a lap to hold him off. And it worked out. I think if I'd been more passive and let people go, I'd have ended up in that incident that you've just been talking about, and it let me get away. And I spent the last 10 minutes watching very carefully A. Foster and that number getting slightly lower, but I got to about the last 4 minutes and was like, just keep on the black stuff. You can lose a couple of seconds lap, and great fun. Highest position for me, and everyone says they hate the Honda. Might be tempted by it. Really.
It's already been mentioned. It's already been spoken about. We listen back to the commentary stream, but there's been lots of mentions about the Honda. But no, you were probably on screen quite a lot actually, because as you say, the race that you had with Damo in both races, you guys were stuck nose to tail for most of both races. I think Lloyd was in there a lot of the time. As I say, when Wes was coming through, he was there as well. So there was a good three. I think Mooney was there for a lot of it too. So there was a good 5 or 6 of you that were constantly nose to tail, and it provided us with a load of entertainment. Like you and Damo were stuck together for both races. I mean, that was some quality racing going on.
Yeah, it was great fun. And finally, just like you've already said, thank you to the comms team. They did a great job through the season. So cheers, guys.
Well said.
Thank you.
Just having a quick look before we go to you, Wes, because I've got a few questions for you, my friend. I noticed that Lloyd's joined us. Well, Lloyd Reed, welcome.
Hey mate, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad. How did you find it? How did you like the Honda?
Yeah, it was good actually. I quite enjoyed it. I was pretty stable really, but that first race I had Bart and Scott. Well, I mean, Scott started in front, but I got past him, and then he got back, and it's probably my first bit of defensive sort of driving and aggressive overtaking I've ever done, and didn't lose it, so I was quite impressed with that. And then from there, obviously, I just stuck in 3rd. I saw sort of Mike disappear from the view, so I guess he must have spun, which was disappointing. But Scott was coming back at me, and I was thinking, here we go. He's going to come back by the last sort of couple of laps. But I managed to keep a good distance. Adam and Wes bashing up front, getting me a lot closer, but not quite enough. So it was a good race.
In race 1, these guys were really battling hard. I mean, and they were trading fastest laps, and they were going at each other for the whole time. We were looking at your times, and it was like 0.1, 0.2. You're getting closer and closer. It's like, is Lloyd going to get in on the back of this? You just couldn't quite get there. But it was we were salivating, wishing there was 10 more laps just to.
It was it's really disappointing because I mean I went on for a practice this afternoon on the server, and I was doing 43.5 quite consistently. So I don't know why I couldn't do it tonight. I couldn't get below 44, which. I think everyone was struggling too. So. Yeah,
it did seem a bit like that. That certainly in the pace in qualifying and in practice, the race pace for whatever reason just didn't seem to be there for anyone. But no, well done, mate. Really good. What happened on the start of race 2? Because we noticed you guys.
Right before the end, I noticed the temperature had changed, I shouted it out. And rather than just adjusting my pressures, I thought, I know what to do. I'll load my setup that's closest to that. So, right, load the setup. Pressures are perfect for that. Start the race, 10 seconds to go. I've only got 30 litres of fuel. So I had to go just put more fuel in, basically, and obviously it put me past the start. So, yeah, it's funny when you start from the back, you have that mindset. I couldn't keep it together at all for some reason. I mean, I still eventually got up there, but there's a few mistakes, and I was doing 45s, and yeah, I was still enjoying the race. Don't get me wrong, it was great fun, but yeah, I just seemed to be off it on the second one. But when you get a third place, I think you just sort of feel like your job's done at that point. So
yeah, absolutely. No, we could have loved that. But tonight was always a bit of fun. That was what was always.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good laugh. It was nice to see.
Fun out there.
Yeah, to see Mike and Aaron on it, everything, and just hear them actually on the comms. That was cool. But yeah, I'm glad we all had fun, because yeah, as you say, it's nice to thank the guys for what they do, because it's unbelievable they do that for love. I watch it every week, just thinking this is amazing. So yeah, well done, guys.
And you'll think it's even more amazing when you watch mine and Rich's efforts.
Rivals.
Yeah,
No, we're not. You'll see ours and go, welcome back, Mike and Aaron, quickly.
Just that's all I ask. Wesley, my man.
Hello.
That was, first of all, I've got to say about that livery, it is something to behold, my friend. I know you told me through messaging yesterday that your livery was going to make me laugh, and I purposely didn't look at it until today. And then there was a bit of a hiccup making it look like we weren't actually going to get to see it, but then when it came out in all its glory, and mate, it's a beautiful thing. You should be very proud.
Yeah, thank you. I put a lot of work in it because to say thank you to the guys, and I was how do you say that? Yeah, and here comes my English again. Okay, but it was quite fun to make it.
Good. Well done for that, mate. Really, really good. And then, yeah, both races, you ended up winning them both. We had a fantastic race one, battling with Adam. The whole back half of the race was brilliant. We didn't understand the agreement you guys had before about you, if you got 5 seconds ahead, that you need to bag it, which we missed. So we were in complete confusion about what happened.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, you were battling for ages. It just seemed like you couldn't get past. I don't know whether you were trying to push him, or were you trying to pressure him? What was that all about?
Yeah, I couldn't pass him because on the straight I come close, but he defends, and yeah, I had no shot. Really no shot. I had to always to wait for a mistake. But it's Adam. He don't make mistakes.
No, that was what I said. He's a very, very clean racer, and he makes it very difficult to get past. But I like the way you did get past. As if it wasn't a fun race, there might be a steward's inquiry. But the fact it was a fun race, and laughed. Yeah. It was fair play, completely fair move, and yeah, be still welcome to do that again. Race 2, you guys obviously dropped back to give everyone else a chance. We wondered whether there was a little bit of bad blood after what happened in race 1 when you both went for it, because I know that Adam told us he was going to drop back and didn't in the end, and we thought, okay, there's unfinished business here, these guys are going for it, and then you did drop.
Yeah.
But the way you made your way through that grid was something incredible. Like, you just went through everyone like a knife through butter.
Yeah, it was I don't know. I got the pace with the Honda, I guess, in Imola, but it was not easy. Because Adam is gonna make some mistakes with Ashley, and and I bumped into him. So Adam got 10 seconds damage, and I got 5 seconds damage. So we're losing quite a lot of speed on the straight. And then I come behind Mike, and I thought, okay, I just stay behind him because it's to thank you this, you know. But yeah, I could pass him easily, so I was making a go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Yeah, I got a lot of words to say, but it's all in Dutch.
We'll save that one for another day. But no, especially when you come up to Scott on, I think it was second to last corner, and made the move on him. I think it was more a case of pressuring him into it. But You pretty much won both races on the last corner, so congratulations, mate. It was a really good drive.
Thank you, mate.
Really well done. You look good in that Honda, mate. You should think about that for next year.
Oh no. It's hard to drive.
Fair enough. Well, thank you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. This job is a lot harder than I gave it credit for. So again, hats off to you, Aaron and Mike, for what you do. Again, thank you for everything. This was your night. This was here for you. And yeah, I hope you boys enjoyed the Honda. But that's it. We're done. Final Drive Racing. Our Comms Cup exhibition race is done. We hope you've enjoyed it. Keep an eye on the stream and what's going on, because we've got a few more fun races coming up before the start of season 3, which I believe is going to be sort of mid-September. But keep up to date. 15th of September, thank you. So keep up to date for news, and we will see you